Hi children, one of the important system today we are going to discuss that gives energy. So oxidization of food materials which gives the energy comes under that a respiration process. So before that of food energy, before that of oxidization of this energy, so how does this food will be enters into the top of all the parts of the body. So that we are going to discuss today, that is digestive system. This is a very important one of the organ system, plays an important role for the giving of energy. So one of the important system here, digestive system is used for the breakdown of food into nutrients, and which then passes into the circulatory system and then taken where they need that organs. If that organs are need the energy levels, the food supply, nutrients, then this digestive system will be supplies that all the nutrients to all the organs where this the part which is really meet that need of that energy. So here we are going to discuss about this digestive system. So the digestive system which starts with the TOFA, there are 4 steps involved in the digestion process. First one is here taking food enters into that of a mouth cavity. What we are taking into food, that into mouth cavity is nothing but the ingestion, where the ingestion after it has to break down that larger molecules into the top of smaller molecules, that comes under that digestion, where after this has to be absorbed by the top of all the organs, that is done by the small intestine, is assimilation, where after the digestion process the waste material has to be removed, that is called as here defecation. So these are the 4 steps involved in the digestion. Before going to that, we need to know what are the digestive parts. Digestive system involved that many parts, that's why the human digestive system is called as very complex in the nature. Then comes to the top here, this starts with the top of mouth to the top as ends with the anus. So let's see that the parts which are involving here, the digestive system comprises of this. The first part is mouth, where the pharynx are the common part which is for the respiration and the digestion process. Here one of the part is there, that is epiglottis, just like it's a lid like structure which allows that food into the food pipe, air into the top windpipe. So it just acts as a traffic police. Esophagus, a long tube and connects at a stomach, where small intestine than the large intestine. So let's have a glance of these all the parts. So the food enters into the top of mouth and then enters into long tube esophagus, then the stomach. The stomach will get that all the digestive juices. After this, digestion enters into the top small intestine to the top large intestine. So the waste materials will be excreted by the large intestine itself. When you can observe this red colored ball like structure, imagine that it has a food. It involves that mouth, esophagus, liver, pancreas, stomach and the large intestine, small intestine and the large intestine. So you can see how this will be enters into the top stomach, small intestine and the large intestine. The waste materials will be excreted out. So this is what about the process, how this will be enters. So where this just enters into the top of the mouth, what happens in the mouth, that we are going to see. What is there in the mouth? So this is what the first part, ingestion, takes place here, and the mastication of the food, breakdown of the food, biting of the food, chewing of the food will be occurs in the mouth itself. So what is there in the mouth, and let us discuss about this, the upper lip and the lower lip and the tongue, tonsils, and here itself the where vulva and hard palate, soft palate, inside of that a cheek and retromolar trigone, where after this, the like under the tongue we have that a floor of that a mouth. So here these are all the important parts which are involved in the mouth. So majorly the teeth plays a major role in the mastication process. That means the chewing of these all the substances, biting of the substances. Here itself the breakdown of the larger molecules into smaller molecules, this will be starts from the mouth, that is done by the teeth itself. So here what is that the major role is a mastication. So what are the different kinds of teeth we can see? It's not similar for all the organisms. In the adults especially, the teeth which is made up of that calcium, so calcified, hard, whitish layer, enamel layer will be there, and these structures found in the mouth and mechanically breaking down items of the food by cutting and crushing them. They are among the most distinctive features of the mammals. So we cannot see this kind of structures in all the mammals as well as we can see that in the particular developed that the organisms in the mammals especially, there we can find this kind of the teeth. So what are the different types of the teeth are there? The 4 types of the teeth we can see. One is incisors, canines, premolars and the molars. So let's have a glance of these all. This is for that a long structure, we can see that one single root and the one crown, and this is very much important for the biting purpose. That means this comes under that incisors, where the canines, this is having that the root, a single root, and you can observe that the previous slide and this one as it is having that a sharp end, and this is very useful for the tearing process. Canines. Premolars. So these premolars are having that 2 edges in the crown, whereas that 1 or 2 roots will be there, where this is very important for the grinding and chewing process. And the molars are also like this way only, where we can find that 2 or 3 roots are there, where 3 counts will be there, and this is also very much helpful for the chewing purpose and the grinding of the food material. And primary teeth dentition, the dental formula as we can call it as dentition. Here the dentition, it is different from the like children to that of adults. So how do they will get changed that primary teeth emerge in the children between the age of 6 months and 2 years. At the beginning, at the age of these these teeth will be gradually replaced by that of permanent teeth. So what are those permanent teeth? Deciduous dentition in the kids especially. So deciduous dentition, we can call this kind of a period is, that is 2 to 2.5 years. That means from 6 months to 2.5 years, where this the teeth which is present, deciduous teeth from the before that 6 years age, that means it contains that only the 20 teeth are present. That means in a submaxillary and submandibular also. So that means upper jaw and the lower jaw. If you see that in the kids, only the 20 teeth will be there below the 6 years age. Till that, where after it just changes into the of adult teeth formula, dentition, that will comes under that the dentition is different from the children to that of adults. That the terminology for the deciduous teeth is here temporary teeth, primary teeth and milk teeth and the baby teeth. So let's have that what is meant by that of a dental formula. Dental formula is expression of the number of teeth of each kind of one of the upper and the lower jaw, where you can observe this 2, 1, 2, 3 by 2, 1, 2, 3, one side upper and one side lower, and here you can see the number of teeth, the incisors 2, canines 1 and the premolars where this 2 and the molars it is a 3. So 2, 1, 2, 3 in each jaw, if you count this, in adults we can see that 32, where in the children we can see that 20. That means below that of 6 years. So what is here missing here? Milk teeth, incisors, canines, molars. What is missing here? That is nothing but premolars are missing. So here incisors, canines and the molars 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. In each jaw we can count. That means into 2, we will just get that account of 20. So where this permanent teeth, which is there in the adults, permanent teeth, incisors, canines, premolars and the molars 2, 1, 2, 3 in each jaw into 2. That means we will get that at 32. So hope you understand this, all the things which are we have discussed already regarding this. The digestive system, which involves that a major role is done by the teeth itself. So after the grinding, it just enters into that of that a common passage, pharynx, this region as we can call it as pharynx, and then later it just enters into that of food pipe, that is esophagus. What happens here in the esophagus and all the parts importance will be seen in the next session. Thank you.